Hello everybody, Lucas Haneman here. Welcome to this week's episode of Guitar Tone Tuesday, which is all about hybrid picking. By the way, long overdue, thank you for 2,000 subscribers. It really warms my heart that there's 2,000 people out there who give enough of a crap about what I have to say every Tuesday and what I have to play every Friday on this channel that you guys want to tune in. So thank you to everybody. It really means so much, man. Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep it growing. But thank you to those of you who tune in all the time. And if you're new to the channel, well, today we're going to talk about hybrid picking. So what is hybrid picking? For me, hybrid picking means using my pick in conjunction with at least my middle finger and my ring finger. It's a technique that I employ quite a bit. This is part 2 in our right hand technique videos, by the way, guys. I don't know if you guys saw, but a couple of weeks ago, sometime around episode 130, I did an episode on fingerstyle technique and the way I like to use that. So if you guys want to go back and check that out, please do. But part 2 of our right hand technique is hybrid picking. Some people call this chicken picking. Basically, the idea with chicken picking is that, you use your pick and sometimes you use a finger at the same time, or sometimes separate, and you get this kind of squawky sound. And I kind of use that, but I kind of bastardize it and turn it into my own thing, for lack of a better term. And I like to use it in more of a bluesy context. My whole thing, in case you guys can't tell, is rhythm. To me, rhythm is the most important thing about music. Of course, harmony is extremely important, but if there's people out there who don't play music per se, the first thing that they hear is the groove. I really feel the first thing that they feel when they hear music is the groove. So what I like to do with hybrid picking is I like to use my pick almost like how I use my thumb when I'm playing fingerstyle. My pick holds down the backbeat, usually on the bass note of a chord. And then my fingers will be used for augmentation on top. So maybe playing a melody on top of that. So as you guys could hear in that intro clip, when I got into the main part of it, I do this kind of technique. So what's going on there is my pick is hitting the low E string. I'm playing a G-ish type chord. My middle finger's on the third fret of the low E. If you guys want to grab your guitars and try to play along, you feel free. This is a new tune of mine called Hot Minute, by the way. So if you like it, too bad, you can't steal it. Okay, so I got my middle finger on the third fret of the low E string, and that's what my pick is taking care of. It's playing the quarter notes, okay? And on top of that, I'm playing a little melody with my index finger and my ring finger of my left hand. So I'm starting off by plucking the low E string, and then the next time I pluck that low E string, I'm plucking it with the G and the B string. So my middle and my ring finger are plucking those two strings together with the pick, which is plucking the low E, like that, okay? See? So pick and fingers. And then I bring my index finger up and add it to the first fret of the B string. Then I slide into the third fret of the B string with my ring finger. So we go. Now that is off of the bass note. So I have bass with G and B, bass with G and B, then G and B by themselves, then the bass, okay? Like that. Bass. So there's actually a bass note before that slide and after that slide. So generally that's the technique I like to use. And even if you just try that to start, the riff itself is a little complicated, but that's a good way to get going with hybrid picking. Low E, low E with G and B, low E with G, 1st fret B, low E, G and B on 3 there, and then low E by itself. Sometimes with my pick, when I'm using this technique, I like to go down and up. So sometimes I'll go like down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But it's just, you know, the pick in that style of playing is just to hold down the rhythm, you know. So that's one way to do hybrid picking. But another way is how I used it in that intro riff. And the part of that riff I'd like to show you is this. Okay, that's kind of a cool thing. The line itself is like this. So I'm going 1st fret B, which is a C note, 3rd fret G, open G, 3rd fret D. But I'm pulling off from the 3rd fret of G to the open G. Index finger, 1st fret B, ring finger, 3rd fret G, pull it off, come down to the D string with your ring finger and hit that. Now here's what's going on. I'm plucking the B string with my with my middle finger, the G string with my pick, and then the D string with my pick. So middle, pick, pull off, pick. Both of the picked strings are down. So pluck with middle finger, pluck with the pick, pull off, pluck the D string with the pick. Okay. Now you can just take that and loop it, right? Even that just by itself would be a great, a great way to work on this technique. Now I do the same thing though. It's a very similar thing. I'm down on the G string now. This line is quite easy. It's 3rd fret G to open, pull off, 3rd fret D to open. And the G string now I'm plucking with my middle finger. The D string I pluck with my pick. Okay? Middle, pick. So you can loop that. Middle pick, middle pick, middle pick. And then the last part. Now this is almost like the first part. I'm plucking the open G with my middle finger, the D string on the 3rd fret with my pick, pulling that ring finger off. Then I'm plucking the A string on 3 and then the A string on 1. That's the whole lick. So it goes. Kind of fancy, right? So yeah, that's the other way I like to do hybrid picking. So again, I'll just tell you that phrase one more time. B string, 1st fret. Pluck that with your middle finger. Pluck the G string with your pick. That's the 3rd fret to the open string. I'm using my ring finger and pulling off. Then I'm plucking the D string on the 3rd fret. That's my ring finger. That's the first little phrase. The second little piece of the phrase is the easiest part. I'm going from the G string on 3 with my ring finger to the open string. The D string on 3 with my ring finger, pulling off again. I'm plucking that with my pick. And then the last part is open G, pluck with middle. D string, pull off from 3 to open, pluck with pick. And then 3 to 1 on the A string. It's one of those things. I like to do those kinds of things and see how fast can I play, you know? Anyways, I know some people out there are curious about the way I do this kind of stuff, so I figured I'd make another video about it, you know? Hybrid picking for me is a really fun technique to employ, and I won't lie, I do it for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is that I'm actually a left-handed guy who plays the guitar right-handed. So for me, my left hand is stronger than my right hand in terms of being able to play quickly. And the way I compensate for that is by hybrid picking with my right hand. I can actually play a lot faster if I play hybrid or fingerstyle than if I try to do something with just my pick. So I have the opposite problem to most right-handed guitar players I know. Most right-handed people who really work on their right hand can really pick fast, and I cannot do that. But my left hand is faster than theirs. So, you know, we all have our strengths and our weaknesses, right? So that's a fun technique. And the other hybrid picking technique that I really like is just taking a 3-string chord, or even 3 strings of a chord. Let's say it's a D major chord, okay? And I'm going to pluck the D string, the G string, and the B string. But I'll pluck the D string with my pick, the G string with my middle, and then the B string with my ring. And I'll just do that over and over again. Loop it. D with pick, G with middle, B with ring. Now you can change chords. So like say it's an E minor, pluck the same strings, okay? I'll do a C major, I'll pluck the same strings. Back to the D. Maybe an F. And as you can hear, I'm trying to get the pick to be the same volume as my fingers. We talked about that last time in the other right-hand video where you try to get your thumb to be the same volume as your fingers. So that's what I'm trying to do with my hybrid picking as well. But you can take that and you can move it around, you know, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with that. So anyways, there's 2 fun ways to explore your right hand hybrid picking, chicken picking technique. By the way, I'm using this Ibanez PJTC1. That's why you can't really see it. It's a clear pick. But I still love these picks. I still love these picks. I guess that's about it for this week. Again, thank you for 2,000 subscribers. We will see everybody again next Tuesday. Oh yes, and don't forget to let me know, how do you like to use hybrid picking? See you guys again next week. Bye-bye.